What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Day Trade with Zay. I'm Isaac, and today is Wednesday, January 12th. And yeah, you know what? We were able to hit for another 100 pip day today. I took two positions today and was able to basically kill the market. We had good money control on the first position just because it was at the top, and then we were able to go ahead and grab a excellent position, excellent entry position, and ride that for about 100 pips before we were stopped out. So this is basically what I seen when I jumped onto the charts. I zoomed out a little bit and I seen that we had this huge push right yesterday. You can go ahead and review yesterday as the sell that we took, and we're able to close our profits before it took this huge push to the upside. But one thing that happened was we had the huge drop, then we had the break of structure to the upside, right? Break of structure to the downside, a little reversal, blah, 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 blah. But it came down barely, it didn't even get close to the 50%. I think it was, this is probably at like 60%, I think. And it pushed up to the upside, right? So I automatically know now we're in basically an uptrend. We have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And that's basically what we're going through right now, right? But when I enter the trade, you know what? Let me actually go ahead and do it this way so you guys can see what I seen. I don't usually do it here. So this is basically what I seen. I didn't have this arrow here yet, though. Let me go ahead and take that out. So this is basically what I seen. I already had this drawn out right here. You could go ahead and check the live stream and see how we played everything ear by ear. I drew out these positions. The first thing I did though was I noticed that the support level was kind of built right here. You've seen that price was basically stopping at these levels. So what I did was I brought my fib from here to here, right? We got the most recent low to the most recent high. We're looking for buys. So I came out with this 62% level. I like the IOC right here, and I thought this could be a good level to buy off of, right? But as price had came down, oh, well, before I even get there, you know what? Let me actually go ahead and explain why I took this trade um, to the upside before anything. So the reason I took this trade on the upside, I even told myself, the biggest thing I seen was this push up off of this level, right? I also seen that this was turning into a resistance, support, support, support. And I seen the push up. I didn't want to take the trade here, but I seen the push up as it basically got past the 50-minute 1 EMA, the 1 minute EMA, the 1 minute 50 EMA, excuse me. So I seen this huge push up. It basically engulfed all of these candles right here. So I took an entry here, got into the trade. But unfortunately, I was stopped out. But when I take trades up here, I automatically move my stop loss to break even just because I know what can happen. And, good thing I did. Go ahead and check it out here. I stayed in the trade the entire time until it did hit my stop loss, which is right there. And once it did that, I told myself I was going to go ahead and wait for it to come down to my golden zone IOC area. But what happened was I noticed this zone right here that was basically another, could have been another resistance and possibly support level, right? But the one thing that had me going is first I seen this. I seen basically what we've seen here, which was from this level to this level. I think it was this level to this level, right? So I seen that. I also seen that this resistance to support, or this resistance could possibly be a support area because we had the 50 EMA coming in right here on the 5 minute chart, and we had a trend line that was set, right? We could see that the higher low And I thought, okay, maybe it could push up, come back down, and push up to the upside, in which I was hoping to hit this target just above 27%, around 30%. That was the goal. Um, but unfortunately, I think I got like 97 pips, um, something like that. Basically, I seen this area as price was coming down, not exactly at this area right here, but I seen this as price was coming down. And you can check the live stream. We're on there. We're calling these plays, and I was able to go ahead and enter. Let me go ahead and pause it and show you why I entered. Right here, when price came in, we didn't enter at this level. We didn't enter on this candle, or this candle. We waited, right? And I told myself, or well, I said on the live stream that, I wanted to see basically this exhaustion right here flipped up to the downside. And one thing that I seen was this double tweezer bottom right off the trend line, right? We had the trend line, double tweezer bottom, fully engulfed bullish candle right there. So with that fully engulfed bullish candle, right here, that gave me cause to pause. I said, all right, let me see this retrace a little bit, which it did. I entered my position and I was able to go ahead and get a buy from this area right here, from this candle right here. And I was iffy about it, but I knew that it was possible to push up from here and reach my levels up on this side. So as you can see, price started to slowly push up, came back down, retested the area, had my stops right below there. And also, you've seen that huge push up. This is only after what, 4 minutes? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 minutes, it got basically 48 pips in 4 minutes. And let me go ahead and tell you the reason why I kept my stop loss tight was I wanted to keep it um, just below these candles, because if I would have waited for it to come down to this side, 48 pip stop loss would have basically been a loss. Um, I wouldn't have entered my position in here, so I basically would have been asked out, and I would have had to have waited basically these 48 pips that I was able to profit right here. I would have had to wait that just to get back into break even. And not only that, I wouldn't be able to do it right here. I'd probably have to do it somewhere right here under these levels. So I just knew that I could take the loss right here, and then I'll look to see to jump back in these levels here. But price flew up. We were waiting for it to go ahead and cross these levels that it was showing some resistance to, another supply and demand area. It was able to go ahead and break above the 50 EMA. And one thing that I always like to see when it breaks above the 50 EMA is I want to see it come back and retest the level right here, retest the 50 EMA as well, which we're able to go ahead and see. His price moves forward. It came down. I was a little nervous, like, okay, it's rejecting this ILC right here. Let's see what it does. But eventually, price engulfed there, and it made its push up to the upside. I believe I took profits on this level here at about 72 pips or something like that, and took profits here just because I seen what it was doing. It could possibly go ahead and break down to the downside, and was able to. I took half of my profits there, and then as price went up to 100 pips, I was able to go ahead and close at 97 pips, I believe, 96, 97 pips. And then I left my runner in at stop loss just below these levels right here. I think it was, no, just below the levels right here. And I was able to go ahead and profit off of the trade as well. So you can see that price came up to the upside, used exactly what we wanted to see, used it as a support level, and pushed up to the upside. Then we had that reversal right here. And this is when I pulled my trade was up at these levels, just because I knew it was possible. I think it comes back up again one more time, where I was able to go ahead and pull my trade. And, basically after this, I had my runner right here, stop loss just below, and then it came out, stopped me out. And I just actually want to show you guys what I seen, or what happened with this trade, you know. So we could see price basically stayed stagnant right there. I pulled my trade. Then yeah, no. So you know what? This is when I actually got stopped out. I had it just below this level, was stopped out, broke all these levels right here. Good thing I did. As a scalper, you never know what the market's going to do short term. Can do so many different things. Even though the market long term or is in a bullish structure, you still want to go ahead and check it. But you could see price actually flew down from these levels up here and came down, close to what? About 150 pips before it started playing and was stagnant right here. And I do believe it's possibly going to be waiting for um, tomorrow's news for the US dollar. Oh, shoot. And you could see it came down even more. So, as a scalper, I always try to get in and get out of the trades just because, certain things like this can happen. And I always tell my guy, Johnny, who's on the live stream with me, um, 45 pips ain't nothing to sneeze at. 90 pips, 100 pips ain't nothing to sneeze at. So when we have these days, don't take them for granted because it can easily be a bad day where, you're losing. So when you see those 50 pips, go ahead and take some profit, pay yourself because it's not promised. It can reverse right there. And, you could go ahead and be smart about the next half, and then you have a runner to go ahead and close out some more profit for you. So I just believe that, um, you know, as a scalper, you always got to be wary for shit like this to happen. And yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Um, we had another successful day. The first 2 weeks of the year, man, have been great. I think we only took a loss on Tuesday of last week or Wednesday of last week. One of the two, you could go ahead and check the videos. Um, and when I say a loss, that was just like a literal loss. We've been profitable basically all year, and we're just getting to it. So I appreciate you guys. If you guys disagree with anything I said or have any suggestions, I am a new trader. This is just for me and my trading journey. Tune in though every morning at 6:15 and subscribe, like, comment. I truly appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow morning. My name's Isaac. Welcome to Day Trade with Zay. Also, go ahead and hit up the Instagram at Day Trade with Zay and go ahead and add that. Appreciate you guys, man. Have a good one.